Hey ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my Pokémon EVOLocke challenge adventure. Yeah, so glad to be making videos again. It's been like 8 or 9 months or something since I've made like a proper series video, so really glad to get going. Pokémon Crystal EVOLocke, so let's just get going. I'm a boy. Yeah, so it kind of follows the Nuzlocke sort of rules. I made a rules video which I'll put in the description. But basically, yeah, so it follows the same Nuzlocke rules. So when a Pokemon faints, it's considered dead, so you have to release it, or you've got to put it in your box forever. You can't use it again, it's over, so it's pretty difficult. What else? You can only catch the first Pokemon you encounter in each area. That's the only chance you have to catch Pokemon. If you make it faint, then you get nothing for that area, so you only get a limited amount of encounters per game. Yeah, once a Pokemon goes into your party, it has to stay there, just so the early Pokemon you capture, they have to get a run at the challenge to go all the way. Yeah, so it's just so you don't swap in stronger Pokemon as soon as you get them. And all Pokemon are gonna have nicknames. I'm not gonna be going for any theme really, just gonna go with whatever feels right at the time. But yeah, so just gonna go for it. My name is Rory, so just the same thing every time, not really mixing it up, but my name is Rory, so that's what we're gonna roll with. Yeah, so really excited to be going with this. The main thing about the EVOLocke is that your Pokemon, they don't evolve normally. They're not allowed to evolve when they get to level 16 or whatever. You just you have to use them as they are to kind of get the best out of them in the form you get them, without just letting them grow stronger or whatever. So yeah, I'm so glad to be playing Crystal. It's been a while. I've been playing the new games too much. It's good to be old school again. Is there a potion in here? There is not, darn it. Or yeah, no potion. Oh well. Yeah, the only way your Pokemon can evolve is that every time you beat a gym leader, one of the Pokemon who fought in the actual gym leader battle, you can choose to evolve one of them. So it's sort of like building on like in the TV show that Ash gets the best out of his Pokemon as they are, and also when they evolve, it's often like through like big trial when like Charmeleon beats Aerodactyl and then becomes Charizard and stuff like that. So just to build in a bit of that. So that's really the challenge. So it's gonna be difficult because I've tried. It's Monday today. I've tried some Nuzlockes in the past, but I haven't ever won one. I think the first one I tried was on Hard Gold, which was okay. I managed to get to the Elite Four, but I think I used a ho-ho to get there because I was struggling a bit, which I think when I started I said I wouldn't use any of the legendary Pokemon. So yeah, oh, this guy! So this is the famous Pokemon Lab. What are you staring at? Oh, this guy's scary. I like his hair, but he seems like a man of questionable character. But we shall see as we continue on into Pokemon Elf's lab. So I ended up dying at the Elite Four. I had a Totodile. Well, he became a Feraligatr called Crumpet. He was very good, but just in the end, he couldn't do it all by himself, and his supporting cast weren't the strongest. So it ended up failing. I tried one on Pokemon Y, which I was kind of struggling the whole way throughout. I never really like had a full team that I was happy with. So I think I lost to Lysander in the hideouts. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was the one when he has his Mega Gyarados, and I had like a Vileplume and a Victory Bell for some reason. That's all I had. So I ended up getting beaten, so that was sad. And then I had one in Alpha Sapphire where I lost to Flannery for some reason, and I think I started with Mudkip in that. So I don't know how I ended up. I think I must have lost it before I got there, and all I had was like a Spinda or something. So things were bad in that one. So I've never really managed to like go in and really get one where I've managed to continue on and do well. So hopefully this is the one, even though it's harder than anything I've tried before, with the fact that I can't really evolve the Pokemon that much. Okay, so we need to go to Mr. Pokemon's house because he's contacted Professor Elm. So I've thought about this one long and hard. What starter to use? I haven't really had a great affinity with any of them, really. I mean, I used the Typhlosion called Ty. Wonderful nickname, isn't it? In a Heart Gold playthrough where I just used that. I used a Nidoking called Kristoff and a Scizor called like Scissors or something. I'm so good with nicknames. I'm so good. So I used that, and they were great. I love them. I've got them safely stored in my Pokemon bank just to take out whenever I need them. But I still haven't really felt a great like feeling for any of them. But I think for this challenge, Chikorita, poor Chikorita. She gets so much hate, or he gets so much hate, depending. I just see her as a she, but I think I'm gonna go with Totodile just because I think it's got better all-round stats. I mean, Cyndaquil's really good, like for his like fire or special attacks, and he's faster. But he's just a little bit. He can't take as much hits as the others, whereas Chikorita can probably take more hits, but just since the first gym's Faulkner, I think Totodile is probably the best to kind of get through that. Okay, if I was Chikorita, I'd be like solely reliant on managing to maybe catch a Geodude in Route 26 or whatever it is, which I'll come to in a bit. So Totodile, I've skillfully thought of a nickname for him. I'm gonna call him Africa, because if you don't know why I'm calling him Africa, I'm disappointed, because you should. But the band called Toto, their greatest song, I mean, Rosanna is good, but their greatest song is Africa. I bless the rains down in Africa. Yeah, you know it, don't you? Yeah, you know it, right? Right? Anyway, so that's what I'm calling it, Africa. I think it's a good name, Totodile. It's got a link there somewhere. That's what the hip people do. There's some sort of like obscure link to the name. You link it to something else, and then you get a crazy nickname. So Africa is gonna see us through to Mount Silver and Red. I believe it. Do you believe it? I don't know if you do, but you shall, because Africa's gonna show it to you. Yeah. Okay, so we got Elm's number, so we gotta go to Mr. Pokemon's house. Feel free to use it already. You are counting on me. I will not let you down, sir. I will not. Africa. Oh, 21 HP, huh? I'm liking it. Good. I'll take that. 12, 12, 10, 10, 10. Seems reasonable all around. I'm not really sure what happened with the stats in this game, because I know it got weird in the Hoenn games with the different types of attacks, and it was just like whatever type it was either special or attack. Special attack or attack. It was, and then I think it was Generation 4 they split it properly. But yeah, so he's still there. But we've got Africa, so we can venture on. Route 29. So since we don't have any Pokeballs, I'm not gonna count any of these encounters. This encounter is not gonna count because I'm gonna wait till I actually have a chance to catch them. So we got a Pidgey. Pidgey. So here we go. Africa's first involvement. Let's see what we do. All right. Seems reasonable. Oh no, maybe a 3 hits on a level 2 Pidgey is bad. I'm not sure, but we'll roll with it. I'm happy. I feel confident about Africa's abilities. So the reason why I chose Crystal over doing any of the other games or any of the newer ones is that I've always felt like more attached. I mean, I feel really attached to my save on Pokemon X, and just the fact that I love the graphics are so good. And I although the story people didn't like as much, I liked it as well. I thought it was good. I thought the stakes were high, which I liked. But just the fact that there's the better graphics and a Hoppip, that'd be fun. Even though, well, no, it wouldn't be fun because I can't evolve. Nope. It would be fun to use a Hoppip in whatever form I get it in, because Hoppips are nice. They're friendly folk who can splash all day and splash all night. Yeah, I don't know. And let's just see what happens. Yeah, so I've always felt closer to like the older games. I've never finished Crystal before. I mean, I've gone the 16 badges, and then I've got into Mount Silver, but I've never actually beaten Red on top of Mount Silver. So I thought it'd be good to try. So if I can actually get there, and I think it's decided that Red's like the hardest battle there ever is in the Pokemon games, just because the level jump is so severe between everyone else, and then you go into him, he's got a level 81 Pikachu and like a 77 Charizard and stuff like that. So we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully I can get there. I think it'll be the greatest achievement ever if I manage to do it like this, because this is gonna be really hard. I'm not gonna limit myself with items or anything, just because I think I'm gonna need all the help I can get. So some hyper potion spams might be needed at some points, but if they get us through, that is the important thing. And it's whoever I'm against is lost for not using them, right? What's this guy saying? I'm waiting for Pokemon that appear only at night. Okay. Hoot hoot. Go get him, son. Cool, Hopper, cool. So, yeah, I'm so happy to be doing a series again. It's been so long. Where am I going? Let's kill it. It's been so long since I've had like an actual like series on my channel. I mean, I'm not saying ruining the classics is dead, but I think just going to Metroid. I mean, Mario was bad enough. That should have taught me that I should have gone for something other than the running and jumping thing. These critical hits, by the way. Africa, très bien on the hits. I'm not gonna have like a level limit or anything. I'm not gonna be, for like the gyms, I'm not gonna be like unreasonable, because I'm not like gonna necessarily level them up like 20 levels higher. So, well, I might need to in some cases. For Red, it's gonna be really difficult. I'll see what my team's like when I get there. Yeah, so I'm pretty much just seeing what happens with that sort of thing. I'm starting by not having any limits, but if my team manages to balance out, maybe I'm struggling for a bit and I end up catching some fully evolved Pokemon like much later down the road. I'll see how things go. But we're going through Cherry Grove, Route 30. See, I like also Crystal's good for these challenges because there's quite a good number of routes early on where you can catch Pokemon. I mean, because you got 29, 30, 31, then you got that little dark cave, and you've got like 26 or something, which is like coming down from Blackthorn later. And then you could also go like the Ruins of Alpha and the 2 routes there. So, and the Sprout Tower. So before you go against Faulkner, you can fill up your team pretty well. It's just what you fill it up with is the risky thing. But yeah, we'll see how we go. Yeah, so cool. Africa. So running the classics, I'm not saying it's dead, but just I think going to Metroid was a bit of a mistake. I should have gone for something more sort of, because Pokemon's kind of where I'm born and bred almost. So maybe going for something like Final Fantasy or something a bit more that isn't relying solely on the crazy investigations and stuff. And I know a lot of people say that the first Metroid is kind of garbage compared to Super Metroid just because it lifted everything so much. And I think there was also like save points in that or something, because that's a nightmare as well. But yeah, not saying it's dead. There might be a couple of things in the works for future. Yeah, you who I'm looking at, who's watching this right now, sir. Yeah. Okay, I don't know why I said that. But yeah, so there might be a few things that I might bring it back after this. We'll see what happens. I'm kind of keeping it loose. I just kind of want to get in a regular thing of releasing my videos on when I say I'm going to actually do it, and just try and create like a good series where there isn't too much wrong with it. I want to try and make sure my videos, like the way I edit them and stuff, I do the best I can so it looks as good as it can. Because I think with my first few series, I mean, I'm not saying they look rubbish. I mean, my very first Pokemon one, I really didn't know what I was doing, and it was a lot of out of sync stuff, and that's been a problem with the ruining the classics one as well. So I'm gonna really try and hopefully, I mean, saying that this one might be out of sync, I hope not. But really try and cut down on stuff like that and just try and make my videos the best they can be, because I don't think there's much point. I mean, although mostly I'm doing this because it's fun for me to do. And also for you, I don't know how many of you are watching this, but I hope you're having a good time. Me on this journey, on this adventure, where we're gonna beat everyone with Africa and with a poison cure berry, because they didn't have enough space to say actual poison is a psn cure, which, yeah. So, this is Mr. Pokemon's house. Woo! You must be Rory. Professor Elm said you would visit. I will visit. This is what Professor Elm, I want him to examine. I received the mystery egg. So, yeah. Put the mystery egg in the key pocket. I know a couple who run a Pokemon-based center service. They gave me that egg. I was intrigued, so I sent mail to Professor Elm. For Pokemon evolution, Professor Elm is the authority. Even Professor Oak here recognizes that. If my assumption is correct, Professor Elm will know it. Okay.
So you're Rory. I'm Oak, a Pokemon researcher. I was just visiting my old friend, Mr. Pokemon. I heard you were running an errand for Professor Elm, so I waited here. Oh, what's this? A rare Pokemon? Let's see. I see. I understand why Professor Elm gave you a Pokemon for this errand. True researchers like Professor Elm and I, Pokemon, are our friends.
Damn right, Professor Oak.
He saw that you would treat your Pokemon with love and care. You seem to be dependable. How would you like to help me out? See, this is the latest version of the Pokedex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia.
Roy received Pokedex. Boom. Now we can keep track of all the friends we make. We shall complete it for you, maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, cool. Thanks, Professor Oak. Use the man. Use the man. Yeah, we're gonna go. Thanks for the rest, dude. I mean, no one gives us no respect. I mean, this is gonna be difficult. I mean, if we didn't have a Pokemon, we'd be fighting off all these Caterpies by ourselves. Professor Elm.
Hello, Rory? It's a disaster. It's just terrible. What should I do? Oh no! Please get back here now! Click!
Okay, so stuff's going down with Professor Elm, so I guess we'll leave it there. We'll leave it on a cliffhanger. Who knows? Stuff could... Maybe it's that dude with the gingery red hair who speaks like Batman. Maybe it's him. So yeah, we'll leave it there. Thanks very much for watching. Ladies and gentlemen, take care.